first I'm going to check my the backpack frame of my pack. Make sure there's no frays, damages, or tears. I'm also going to check my waist strap. We're going to extend it and make sure it holds tension and there's no frays or tears on that. Do it in a couple spots. Make sure. I'm also going to do it to the other side of the waist strap. I'm going to tighten it and loosen it. Make sure it holds tension in two spots.
He says it, you do it.
Alright, now I'm going to check my SCGA, make sure the O-ring is in there and it slides and moves freely. I'm going to check my universal connection, make sure it looks properly and there's no damage to it.
Nothing in it.
Nothing in it, nice and clean. I'm going to check that my buddy breather's there and that there's no damage to the buddy breather and it's nice and cleaned out. Now I'm going to go up the shoulder strap.
When do you check the buddy breather hose?
What?
When do you check your buddy breather hose?
You're supposed to pull out a little bit of it.
Yeah, pull a little bit out of it.
Okay, I'm just
And
asking.
then check the high pressure hose on
There you
it.
go.
I'm going to go up to my shoulder strap. Make sure there's no tears, damage, or wear. Which just does have a little bit of wear, but due to the age of this pack, I expect there to be a little bit of wear to it. I'm going to check the tightening strap. Make sure it holds tension in two different places, and there's no wear, tears, or damage to that.
Move your bottom so your camera can get what you're doing.
And I'm also going to check the other side. Make sure there's no wear, damage, or tears. And I'm also going to check the tension of it in two different places to make sure it holds tension. I'm going to check my console and make sure my console doesn't have any damage, cracks, or any wear to it. I'm also going to check my electronics hose and my low pressure hose. I'm going to feel along with it in different places to make sure there's no damage, tears to that on both hoses. I'm going to check my cylinder band. Make sure that holds tension. Make sure the clip is not broken or damaged. Make sure it works properly. I'm going to check the other clip to make sure that that also works and doesn't damage or have any tears to it. I'm also going to I'm going to check my spoon. I know it moves a little bit, but I know it holds in place and holds good tension. I'm going to check my chest strap. Make sure there's no damage, wear, tear to it. I'm going to also feel along with it to make sure there's no pieces broken inside of it. Also going to flip it over to make sure all the screws and bolts are in place,
How many screws?
which should be 13 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. They're all there and in place. Going to feel along the back and make sure that there's no pieces or anything in it. I'm also going to check the wings, make sure the wings are movable and flexible. I'm also going to make sure the padding is there and that's in good condition. Check the other wing, make sure that's also in good condition. Also going to check out where the shoulder straps come in, make sure that they're there and properly and no damage or wear to it.
Nice job.
And that is going to be good for my back. Pack. So I'm gonna-
Anything, stop. Anything you missed on the pack?
Forgot to check the You leaks. forgot to check
Yeah.
the first stage.
Oh, connection, yeah.
Stage 1 and
Yeah, you forgot to check this waist.
connection. Okay? So get in the habit, right? You pick up a strap, run it all the way, right? Run everything about that strap before you go on to the next thing. Okay? Alright, other than that, we good on the pack? Okay, what are you gonna do next?
I'm going to check my bottle.
Okay?
I'm going to feel along the side of the bottle for any wear or damage or tears to the bottle.
Put your glove on, sir. Identify what's in your hand. What is in your hand, sir?
My cylinder.
What? kind and style is it?
The ISI bottle,
ISI, what, how big of a bottle you got?
4500.
There you go. ISI 4500 steel, right? Aluminum, sorry, tank, right?
I'm also going to check for the date of manufacturing on it. And that is going to be of the December 12th. And then I'm going to check for and it has to get tested every 5 years. So I'm also going to check the hydrostatic date. I see there's this one here, which is going to be in the 21, which should mean that it's going to be still good for another year. And I'm going to see the pressure that's put up to. That's going to be 7,500 psi.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to check the neck of the bottle. Make sure there's no wear or damage to it. I'm also going to check the overpressure disc. Make sure it is there. And
Yeah, make sure you identify that disc.
Then I'm going to check the threads of the bottle. Make sure that there's no broken pieces of threads to it and it feels good and nice and smooth. I'm also going to check that the screws are here on the bottom. There should be 2. I'm also going to check that the plastic and that the gauges match on both sides of the bottle. And then I'm going to burp the bottle to make sure everything's clean out of it. And that won't get any things that could go up into your mouth and then you can breathe it in. Then I also tested that that when I burp the bottle that this moves freely. There's no damage to that.
Okay, we good with the tank?
Yep.
Miss anything? Miss anything?
I don't think so.
What do you think, Seth? Miss anything with the tank? All right, nicely done. Okay, what's next?
I'm going to move over to my mask.
Okay.
I'm going to check my hose assembly and make sure that my low pressure hose and my electronic cord is there. I'm going to feel along at different spots to make sure that there's no wear or damage to it or tears. And then I'm going to check to make sure my bypass valve moves freely. And then I'm going to check my head harness and make sure that there's no wear, damage, or tears to that. And then I'm also going to check my rubber straps to make sure that they hold tension and that they move freely. I'm going to do it in different places to make sure that it holds tension.
Esper, if you're done with those and you're not working on those, you can tie your other knots or there's webbing here. So take it
I'm going to check the other rubber strap and make sure that also holds tension and moves freely. I'm going to check the netting of the head harness and make sure there's no wear, damage, or tears to that. Then I'm also going to check to make sure that the D-ring is there. And I'm also going to check to see the screws for the head clamp is there. I'm going to check along the visor and make sure that there's no cracks or damage to the visor and it's nice and clean. On both sides of the visor. I'm also going to check my nose coupling, make sure it's in place and intact, and that there's no wear or damage to that. I'm also going to check my HUD and make sure that my HUD is there, and I'll test to make sure it works later. And I'm also going to check to see my microphone is in there, which it is. And then I'm also going to check the rubber and make sure there's no wear, damage, or tears to that.
The other word with anything rubber or plastic is malleable, right? Because ultimately that needs to seal against your face, right? So you need to make sure that it's pliable and movable, not brittle and old, right?
And then I'm going to check this seal later.
Okay.
I'm going to check the air switch can move up and down, which it does. And then now I'm going to put my pack together.
Okay, we good with the mask, everybody? Did he miss anything with the mask? No? Okay. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay. Try to get in that habit today. Alright, so say out loud what you're doing, friend.
I'm attaching my SCBA to my bottle.
What's the wheel in your left hand called?
CG.
There you go. Yep, call it. Everything you touch, identify it.
Identify the O-ring.
There you go. Presence of the O-ring, clear of debris, wheel spins freely. Nothing is cross-threaded, right? You're doing it, just say it, right? Your muscle memory needs to match this, right? Because the more senses that we involve, the better it sticks, right? So I'm going to tell you right now, you need to back up about 6 inches and really look up. There you go, because you're trying to cross-thread. There you go. There you go. When you're right up on top of it, your angle sometimes is a little goofy, right?
There we go.
There you go, bud. Good?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. How tight we doing that wheel? Finger, yeah.
Finger tight.
Finger tight, right?
Alright, now I'm going to take my mask and connect it to my console. Make sure that connects and that it is full tension.
I love how he instantly looks around like, what idiot did that? Oh, it's me. I love it. He instantly looks around like, that can't be me, man.
I'm going to check my panic alarm, make sure that works. Which it does.
Nice, nice.
And
Be
then
able to control them electronics, guys. Like, play with these packs, put them together, have them fault, right? Like, oh man, that alarm went off, or I got an air leak, or whatever that looks like, right? Because what you don't want to do is the day of your test, right? Have some weird alarm go off and be like, ooh, what's that, right?
So now I'm going to put my face mask on and attach it to my face. I'm going to check the strap, make sure I hold tension on my face. I'm also going to check the seal of it, make sure that when I hold it, full. I also check the activation valve also, that it also breathes out. And then now I'm going to pressure up my bottle to make sure the electronics turn on when my bottle does. And then also my gauge reads that they do match.
Okay. They have to be within what?
10%.
Yep.
And then I'm going to put my air switch to make sure that air gets in my face. And I'm also going to check my bypass to make sure that the bypass works. Which it does.
Nice job.
And I'm also checking my speaker on the console to make sure that works. And then also my hood works. It has my lights are flashing up and it reads the correct light. And now I'm going to pressure down my pack. My low air alarm works.
What pressure is a low air alarm? There you go. Yep. I love this watch that just made me giggle. I love it.
And then now I'm gonna I'm gonna top off my bottle so that it can be put back in service. And I'm also gonna notify my IC to let them know if there was any damages or any problems with my pack today.
Okay. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Did he miss anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know if you can just test your gas when it's like on there.
Also, I don't know. Do they want us to do a second test where we like stick our finger in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes, it's
There's
actually
a
possible.
seal, second seal
Yeah,
test.
the second seal test. Yep.
Alright,
Nice to
let's
see
do
you
that.
too. You guys running through this a lot? I mean, are you comfortable
This
with all
was
of
this was like our first time, because normally like the last couple times we just had done it in front of captain.
Okay.
And he said it in front of us, like we've never
Yeah.
gone through the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Ask her why.
Or not everybody just like said it out loud.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, most of you have been watching Captain Caffeine said that you can follow along or you can just watch.
Okay. Go ahead and disassemble that. And then I'm going to pick on specific people to do different things.
So you won't get marked down if you repeat yourself, correct?
Say again?
You won't get marked down if you repeat yourself.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The more you talk, the better off you'll do. Promise. Got it! Walk me through a face, or
My mask.
your mask inspection. Walk me through yours.
Okay. So first I'm going to check my visor, check for any wear and tear scratches. I do have some scratches, but it's because it's an old pack.
Okay?
I'm going to check my bypass. There, moves freely with 2 fingers. I'm going to check my air switch. It moves down with 1 finger, up with 2. I'm going to check my hose assembly and feel for the air and electronics hose.
Nice.
Checking for any wear, tear, frame, and I'm gonna check my head. I'm gonna check my rubber straps, extend them in 2 places. Check that they hold tension, fully extended, and they should fully loosen with 1 finger, pulling up. Other strap, checking 1 spot, holds tension. Checking another spot, holds tension. Fully unextending it with 1 finger. Checking the head harness for any wear or tear. Should be good. Checking the visor clamp. Checking for, did you say malleable?
Yeah, just that it's pliable, it's not dry rotted, basically, is what
No
you want.
dry rot.
Yeah, exactly.
Wear and tear.
Anything that's rubber or plastic, you just want to make sure it's not dry rotted.
Checking my nose cup. Checking for any breaking of the seal, any tears, wears.
Nice.
Checking my HUD. My HUD is there so I can see it. My speaker. And checking those 2 bolts inside my mask. Inside my nose cup, I have 4 bolts. And I think that's it.
Okay. When do you check your connection?
Once
When
you put it
together? Okay, let's go forward.
Check your switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did that off the front,
Did that.
so.
Did you
yeah.
check your for your D-ring? Make sure D-ring was there?
Oh yeah.
You check for the screw, your ring, and then deep climb
You got the clamp for the screws too.
force.
I said visor club. I
You
said
did, you got the visor clamper, you're right, you did miss the D-ring. Nice job, nice job. All right, go ahead and get your stuff ready, because you're gonna switch in about 2 minutes. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you, I appreciate
Nicely
it.
done. Yeah, just get in the habit, man, like it, you're doing it, say it, right?
I took it home all over Thanksgiving break and was practicing with it every day.
Wow.
like forget fully extend. It's like when I'm doing it.
Well, it's funny, because you can stretch your lips. I got an hour drive, I had no sleep. Made my life in about an hour. You're doing it, right? I'm watching you do it. You just gotta say it, right? Because you catch yourself, you'll get that routine, that muscle memory, and then all of a sudden you'll be doing something, you'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't say, right? But I don't know where you're going next, so I don't know.
We're on the road.